Macmillan Audio presents The Sunset Crowd, written by Karin Tanabe, narrated by Sarah Mollo-Christensen. February 1979. It was the winter of the dead bees. There was only one, at first. Golden yellow, he danced with the ceiling fan for a few hours until he took to walking slowly across the oak floor. I rolled up an old issue of Rolling Stone and made sure he breathed his last on the glossy pages. That night, they began entering in pairs. Soon, a half-dozen had made themselves comfortable. A week later, I asked the white-haired woman who read tarot cards on Sunset what it meant when bees moved in uninvited. She took off her stained pink satin gloves, rubbed 3 fingers together, and said they were a sign that great wealth was coming my way. I stopped killing the bees. By mid-month, they disappeared altogether, having succumbed to a particularly cold night, or a desire for even more expensive real estate. During the first week of February, I'd picked up exactly 21 dead bees, their dry wings cracking in my hands. By the time I returned from a late winter trip to Paris, they were gone. It was in that renewed quiet that I found a roll of film wedged under the removable fabric lining of my brown leather suitcase. It still had the Air France stickers slapped on it, the bent luggage tags, a few rolled-up cocktail dresses inside. I didn't bother with them yet, allowing them to stay in their forgotten state, clamped down by elastic straps. Champagne always washed out, anyway. The roll of film had escaped my camera case and had been hiding out with the party dresses for 4 days, since I'd returned from Paris. I was there on Vogue's dime, photographing the spring collections. Lanvin, Courrèges, Chanel, of course. A very pre-World War II silhouette at Lanvin, pre-Vietnam War at Courrèges, and markedly modern at Chanel thanks to Jean and Yvonne, simply known as the assistants, though they were now head of house. Once an assistant to Coco, always an assistant. I pulled on my jeans, catching a glimpse of myself in my bedroom's enormous gilded mirror. Seen from the right angle, the mirror reflected back a 180-degree view of Hollywood in all her imperfect glory. I straightened my nearly transparent blouse and readjusted the large white lily tucked over my ear. I'd seen Angelica Huston wear her hair like that at Yamashiro the week before I'd left for Paris, and was now testing it as my signature style. Of course, an hour in, and I had pollen all over my cheek, enough to lure the bees right back, but I liked the look of it. The mirror was the one thing my parents had sent from New York when I bought the painfully modern home in Laurel Canyon that was too large for just one woman. It screams, "I have removed my ovaries and replaced them with a drug addiction," my mother cried over the phone when she'd received pictures of the house. "Why did you leave that charming apartment of yours on Sunset? Young single women need to live in apartments, something temporary, a bit miserable. Many mixing bowls and can openers, not much furniture." "What you're describing is a restaurant kitchen, Mother, not a home." "I'm setting you up with the Atwater boy, Beatrice, I swear to you," she'd roared. "I'm going to have him call you. I'm going to have him impregnate you. B, do not hang—" That was when I'd hung up, muttering about the poor connection. Reclining in my red carousel chair, which felt like sitting on a lipstick-colored cloud, I put the needle on Neil Diamond's Forever in Blue Jeans and indulged my drug addiction, which really wasn't an addiction at all. Just the skunk that every photographer, director, writer, actress, producer, and girl about town